Yeah, is Dr. Segan there? I'm calling. Who you? I meant, are you really there, or are you just one of these answering nuisances? Okay, well, can you reach Dr. Segan for me? Yeah, it's an emergency. Gittle Mosca, I used to be a patient of his. Will you tell him I'm very sick? Canal 62098. Thanks. Gerry? So where'd you blow in from? So how was your party? Did you have a good time?
Not as good as you. Are you drunk at least?
I had a couple, yeah. I had this terrible thirst all night, you know? I didn't stop to think. I mean, think to stop.
Let's get it over with. Who was the wrestler?
Wrestler?
The fat-necked one who brought you home just now.
Jake? He's not a wrestler, he's a very modern painter.
Oh, so that's why you kiss him goodnight. You're a patroness of the arts.
Where were you?
One jump behind you, in more ways than one.
Yeah, well, he might have kissed me, but I didn't kiss him. Aren't you supposed to be at Frank Taubman's party, having a good time?
He's drunk enough.
Hey, it's water. Hey, what's the matter? You don't trust me?
Trust you. You were in the cellar in Bleecker Street for an hour. Huh?
How do you know?
You look trampled. Is that what you're in training to be?
Why don't you take off your hat and stay a while?
You slept with him, didn't you?
Oh, poor Gerry.
You slept with him.
Yeah, you want to cry? I want to cry.
Difference is insoluble in tears. Okay, this city would be one flat mud pie.
Look.
Now, did you sleep with him?
Look, we both know I'm dumb. Hmm? So why don't you talk plain words a normal dumb person could understand?
How plain? One syllable?
Yeah.
Fine. Did he lay you? I ask you.
You know what? So what if he did? That's the end of the world?
Yeah, maybe. You know, of this world. I mean, why? Why?
What does it matter?
It matters because I'm at a crossroads. And which way I send my life packing turns on you. And so are you. What, you want to watch your life float down the sewer and out to sea? You care so little?
I don't know.
Or for me?
Oh, Gerry, for you?
Or for yourself?
Myself? Yeah, I got other things I have to worry about.
I mean, why did you want to?
Oh, I don't know why. Who even said I did?
drive me to drink, okay? Now, did you or didn't you?
Well, he might have slept with me, but I didn't sleep with him.
All right. Let's go back. Why did you go home with him?
Well, it's a long story. See, Jake and I used to go together maybe 3 years ago.
Not that far back. Get to tonight.
Oh, tonight. I had a couple of drinks too many. I guess it was just a case of old lang syne.
Old lang syne.
Yeah, you know.
Yes. I'm an expert in it, especially tonight. Why did you drink?
Aren't you supposed to be at the Taubmans? Having a great time?
Is that why?
Who wants to go there, for God's sake?
You know, I left as soon as I could to pick you up at Sophie's, and I saw you coming out with him. You were just giggling like a pony.
I was plastered. I said so. You want a written confession?
Well, you don't get plastered and flush us down the drain for no reason. And Taubman's party isn't it. Okay, I'm after the reason. Don't walk away from me. I'm talking to you.
Oh, so go ahead and talk. Boys, boy.
Because when something happens to me twice, I'd like to know why. Okay, I'm after the reason. What did I do this time? What's your complaint?
Oh, who's complaining? You are.
My God, I have no right.
No, don't change the subject.
It's the subject! I'm talking about you and me.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm talking about your wife.
All right. She's interested in you too. I feel like an intercom. What about her?
I saw your last month's phone bill. Omaha, Nebraska, 1261. Omaha, Nebraska, 982. I mean, why didn't you tell me you two are the world's champion talkers?
I like to stay in touch. Okay, Gittle, she's having a very rough time.
So who is it? I got a headache. Leave me alone.
What's your case? Huh? I'm unfaithful to you with my wife over the phone? Is the phone bill pushes you into bed with what's his name, Jerk?
Jake.
Jerk! You know, it could be you're pushing me into Grand Central for a ticket back. Huh? Has that thought struck you? Is that what you want? You want to cut me loose so you can try anything in pants in New York you've overlooked? All right. We can wait till tomorrow. All right, we'll battle it out when you're on your feet.
Sheridan.
You drink some coffee if I make some.
No.
Or an emetic. Get the stuff off your stomach.
You mean vomit?
Yes.
Why are we always talking about my stomach? What, I got no other chance? No, you don't. Get away from me. Yeah. You know what? I don't want your goddamn favors.
I'm sorry you don't. You know, I could use it. That's how you intend to sleep it off? Gittle. You want me to stay or go? Do you need me for anything at all?
what she had to say for herself this time.
I didn't talk to her. Her father said the appellate division here won't admit me on motion. I'm at a dead end here. With one way out the March bar exam.
So take it.
I'm scared. If I flunk it, what?
Well, what else can you do?
I can live where I am a member of the bar.
You want to go back? Go on. No, let it ring.
Answer it.
I'm not going to talk to anybody. So, go on.
Who's you calling yourself? Him?
I don't know. Okay, so you going? You going or not?
Why not? You know, it's tempting. Okay, and what's so tempting here, huh? Jake? Bang my head against a bar exam for what? Jake? Kicks in the belly when I'm building here on what? Quicksand?
What do you think? I'm up to my neck in here, not quicksand?
All right, then tell me that. Something gets stuck in your throat. You can't spit it out? It's so much easier to hop into bed with the first gorilla you meet instead? You know, how dare you treat yourself like some hand-me-down snot rag any bum can blow his nose in?
Okay. When?
When what?
When you come? I got my plans to make.
What plans now?
Well, I'll probably get back up with Jake. He's got a lot to give a girl, if you know what I mean.
That is not all I mean to you. Now you tell the truth for once. How many?
2.
How bad is it?
It's not bad.
Did I hurt you?
Well, yeah! What the hell? What do you think my head's made out of tin? I didn't say you were sorry.
Well, you had it coming to you, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh.
I'm sorry.
You see, I said you'd slug me, and you did.
Makes you so happy I'll oblige every
Oh,
hour.
who is happy? God, what a snack.
divorce plea is in. Tess is in some kind of a tailspin. Her father thinks she won't remarry.
You stand a chance?
Maybe. I don't know what or where I stand, you know? What to put behind me, what's ahead, am I coming, am I going? So help me, I'm just like...
Okay, Gerry. I'll tell you the truth about tonight and Jake. I did want to go to Frank Todman's party. Only I don't fit in with your classy friends like she does.
What?
What do you think I don't know? I mean, all I am is what I am. It's like Wally. He wanted me to get braces on my teeth. I said, so face it, you know, I got a couple of buck teeth. What, did I try to keep it such a secret? I said, you gotta take me the way I am. I got these teeth.
You're a beautiful girl, don't you know that?
But I'm not her. And she's all you've been thinking about since the minute we met.
Oh.
Yeah. So what's Jake? A piece of penny candy? It's like when I was a kid. We used to neck in the vestibule. She's inside you. And I'm always in the vestibule. You never gave me a chance, Gerry. Okay, but then you say, to need you. I need you. I need you. Who has to say everything in black and white? But if you want, I should just lie down and say, jump on me, Gerry. No. No. Because I knew the whole time you had it in the back of your head to prove something to her.
To myself?
No. No. To her. Oh God, everything you've given me was to show her. You couldn't even wait for that goddamn letter to get to her. So when you asked me to hand myself over on a platter, for what? For what? What do I get? Jake, yeah, I pay a penny and I get a penny candy, but you? You're a big $10 box and all I ever get is the cellophane. You shortchange people, Gerry. And that's the truth. And that's what you did this time.
So you're saying that I want complete surrender, but I'm not willing to give one.
Yeah. Is that all I said?
time too, huh? Because I shortchanged her also, didn't I?
I'm not talking about her now. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, God help me, it's true. Okay, half of me isn't in this town.
So I tried Jake. Okay. A snot rag, so we're both flops.
Oh. No. Not all these months, I've been telling you one thing, Infant. That's how you live wrong. I wanted to make you over. But now I'm going to tell you the other thing. And that's how you live right. You're a gift. Not a flop. A gift. From out of the blue. I mean, God knows that there aren't many like you. So when he makes one, it's for the many poor buggers out there. Me among many. The men don't matter. I promise you, the men don't matter. Not one of them has used you. And if they leave with something of you in them, and that helps. Okay, forget them. Because not one of them has possessed you. Not one of them has dirtied you. Okay, no one. I said beautiful girl. Okay, I didn't mean skin deep. Right there, you're a delight. Anyone can see. But underneath is a street brawler. And that some can see. But underneath that street brawler is something as fresh and crazy and timid as a colt. And virginal. And nobody has been there. Not even me. And why you locked them out? It's not my business. What you've given me is something that I can make out with here from now on. And more. More. But what I've given you has been what? A gift of me? And half of it's a fraud. And it pushes you into bed with bums. That colt needs an unstinting hand infant. Not Jake. And not me. I love you, Bud.
Gerry! Oh! Oh, Gerry! Gerry, listen, the main thing I did at Jake's was fainting the John. That's when I found I'm bleeding, Gerry.
What?
I'm bleeding this time. I'm scared to be bleeding. Oh. Just get me to a
Who's your
hospital,
doctor?
please. See it. It's in the book. It was him calling, Gerry. I didn't want you to know.
You innocent girl.
God, I'm so ashamed. I'm so ashamed.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to trap you.
Trap me?
Yeah.
Trap me?
Yes, I didn't want to trap you in anything that... God, I hate myself. I'm so ashamed. Please, don't forget. Gerry, don't leave.
I am not leaving.
Don't leave.
I am not leaving. Look at me. I'm here. Can't you see I'm here?
That was wonderful, Eddie.
Yeah, nice joint. Good wine, good food. You know, you look very pretty tonight.
I feel pretty.
What? What's so funny?
I can't get over how you look in that tie. I've never seen you wear one before.
First time for everything.
How true.
Sarah, I gotta ask you something.
So ask me.
Do you think I'm a loser?
A loser.
Yeah. Bert said I was a born loser.
Would he know?
He knows a lot.
Why did he tell you?
Not sure. He said there are people who want to lose. They're always looking for an excuse to lose.
Forget about Bert, Eddie. He just wants to use you. He doesn't know anything about you.
He's a professional gambler. He's seen it all.
Is he a winner?
Well, he owns things.
Is that what makes a winner?
I don't know. What else does?
Was he a winner when you had your thumbs broken?
I had it coming to me.
Does it bother you, what he said?
Yeah. Yeah, it bothers me a lot. Because you see, Sarah, I did it twice. Once at Ames with Minnesota Fats, and again at Arthur's in a cheap, crummy pool room. Now, why did I do it, Sarah? Why did I do it? I could have beat that guy. Could have beat him cold. He never would have known. I just had to show him. You know? I just had to show those punks and creeps what the game's like when it's great. When it's really great. You know? Like anything can be great. Anything. I don't care. Bricklaying can be great if a guy knows. If a guy knows what he's doing and why, he can make it come off. You know where I'm going? When I'm like really going, I feel like what a jockey must feel. You know, when he's sitting up on that horse and he's got all that power and strength and speed right up underneath him. Pressure's bearing down on him. He's coming around the stretch, and he just knows. He just feels when to let up and how much. You know, he's got everything working for him. Timing, touch, rhythm. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling when you're right and you know it. You know, like all of a sudden I got oil in my arm, and the pool cue's a part of me. You know pool cue's got nerves in it? It's a piece of wood, but it's got nerves in it. You can feel the roll of those balls. You don't have to look, you feel them. And you make shots that nobody has ever made before. And then you play the game the way it's never been played before.
You're not a loser, Eddie. You're a winner. Most men never get to feel that way about anything. I love you, Eddie.
You know, Sarah, someday you're going to settle down. You're going to marry a college professor. And you're going to write a really great book. Who knows, maybe about me. Fast Eddie Felsen. Hustler.
I love you.
You need the words?
Yes, I need them very much. And if you ever say them, I'll never let you take them back.
Sarah.
What is it, Eddie?
How about a drink first? Sarah.
You're trying to tell me something, aren't you?
It looks like I'm going to be leaving town for a while.
For how long?
I don't know.
A week? A year?
Well, more like a week. Look, I'll be back.
Sure. Sure.
Where are you going?
I want to walk.
Oh, come on, Sarah, wait a second. Sarah. Don't you want to know where I'm going?
Yes. I want to know where and what for. But I don't want to ask.
Well, I'm going to Kentucky. To Louisville with a friend. I'm going to try and make some money. I need it. The money. And I'll be leaving early in the morning.
Leave now.
Grow up.
Why should I?
Look, Sarah, I'm going to Kentucky to play pool. You know, with a guy named Finley. You know, I need the action and I need the money. I told you I'd be back.
If you were coming back, you wouldn't have taken me out tonight. You wouldn't have bought me this dress. You're hustling me, Eddie. You never stopped hustling me.
I never hustled you. I never hustled you. Even when I thought I was, and you know it.
Well, what do you want me to do? Just sit here and wait? Faithful little Sarah? Hold the shades down and sit? When you feel like coming back, you'll come back. And you'll love me. And you'll go away again. Is that your idea of love?
Look, I got no idea about love. All right, and neither do you. The fact is, neither one of us would know love if we saw it coming down the street.
I'd know. I'd know. What are you trying to do to me, Eddie? I love you.
Well, what's your idea of love? What, chains?
No. I made you up, didn't I? You weren't real. I made you up. Just like everything else. There was no car crash. When I was 5, I had polio. I was never an actress. The rich old man is my father. He walked out on us when I was 7. He sends me a check every month. And that's how he buys his way out of my life. And then I've known. When they left, I would say, they weren't real. I made them up. But you, Eddie, I wanted you to be real. I'm so scared, Eddie. Please don't go.
I've got this.
If you go, you'll be a real loser, Eddie.
Don't!
When are you going to learn? Bert? The pool halls? The people there? They wear masks, Eddie. And underneath they're perverted, twisted, crippled.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Don't wear a mask, Eddie. You don't have to. Last time it was your thumbs that got broken. This time that won't be enough. He'll break your heart and your guts. And for the same reason. Because he hates you. Because of what you are. Because of what you have and he hasn't.
You get off my back, Sarah. Once and for all, just get off my back.
I pity you, Eddie.
Keep your pity. I don't need it. Come on.
I'm sorry. I ran out on you last night.
Let's forget it.
It was kind of you to suggest a holiday together. I know you are not happy here. And I would be honored if you could talk to me. But there were things that you wanted to say, like last night. I felt there were things.
I think we'll forget it. Oh, you you sure you did the right thing by leaving Germany?
You think I should go back?
I think you ought to try.
You talk as if you wanted me to go away.
Yes?
Why? Last night you did not want it.
Last night. I want it now. I want you to go. For your sake. Only for your sake, believe me. You've got a crush on our family that's almost obscene. Can you see how lucky you are to be on your own? Just because you never had a family, you think they're the most wonderful things in the world. Why have you got to depend on all the time? It's so damn weak.
You know nothing.
I can see.
What? My family? My father? Can you see him in his Nazi uniform?
You told me they died.
No. They are alive. Back in Mobile. There was no uncle.
Your father was a Nazi?
He was a very powerful man in town. People were afraid of him, and so was I. And when the war broke out, he went out to fight, and we did not see him for almost 6 years. But when he came back, he was still a Nazi. Now people were saying, we never supported them, we never liked them. Not him. I've always supported him. Hitler was the greatest man our country has seen since Bismarck. And now that we have lost the war, we are the bravest country in Europe. And we will win because we have to win. He used to make me recite the old slogans against the Jews and Catholics and liberals. And when I forgot, it hit me. So many mistakes, so many hits.
Oh, your mother.
She worshipped him. Even after we found out.
What?
Is that during the war? He worked at Auschwitz concentration camp. One of the most efficient officers. Once he told me how many. I could have killed him. And she worshipped him. My mother. would just stare, smile at him as if he owned her. And then he would hit me. She would look away. As if it was difficult, yes, but unavoidable, like training the puppy.
So you're back. I'm sorry.
So you see, I do know what it is to have a family. What I look for. A place where now and then good spirits can sit on the roof.
And you think you found it here? Do you? You're fooling yourself every minute.
Don't you think I had to find that out for myself?
For God's sake. If that horrible story was meant to change my mind, it didn't.
I did not tell it was that.
Well then go. Get the hell away from here.
Clive, my dear friend.
For my sake. I want it.
Why?
Because I can't bear it much.
Listen to me. It's the kings of Egypt, the gods. Everything they did was right, everything they said was true. Everyone they loved became important. And when they died, they grew faces of gold. You must forgive your parents for being average and wrong when you worship them once. What are you so afraid of? Clive. What are you thinking? Talk to me, please. Yes. There is nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with what's in your mind, what you think about.
What is it? What have they done to me?
Clive, your parents love you. Everything they have done has been out of love. I am sure of this.
Oh, God, save me from love.
He will not. You've had more in you than any man I have ever met.
Stop it.
Clive, my friend, let me help you.
No.
But
Pity. You think I would have let take the guts out of me if it wasn't for his mom to love me?
Clive, I don't pity you. You mustn't pity yourself. You can end this and you must. You must leave here. You, not me. At the moment you are on your family, I don't know the word, like a butterfly on a pin,
Impale?
Yes.
Oh.
And you must get off the pin. At the end of the term in Cambridge, don't come back here. Go anywhere else you like, go. Join your American friends sinking. Go into a factory, anywhere. The important thing is this, as soon as you are out of here, people will start telling you who you are. You might not like this, but that's nonsense. You must always like the truth. You don't think you can do this? I could tell you what I want. To live in England, to be happy teaching, one day to marry, to have children, and many English friends. Now you. What do you want?
Something, I don't know. Yes, I think. I want to achieve something that only I can do, no one else. I want to fall in love with just one person. Know what it means to feel blessed and to be blessed. Now I want to achieve I want to serve a great cause of devotion. I want to be involved.
Some break glass. Get out the coffin. Trust everything. Not because it's wise, but because not to trust will kill you. Trust me, for instance. I will see you often. But you must get out of here. Say, yes, you will go.
Yes. Okay.
Is the next vacation?
The next vacation.
Good.
Isn't it silly? We seem to spend all our time telling each other to leave the house.
A very friendly way to spend the time. Are you all right now?
Yes, come on. Important. Thank you.
that you have wronged me doth appear in this. You have condemned and noted Lucius Pella for taking bribes here of the Sardians, wherein my letters, praying on his side, because I knew the man was slighted off.
You wronged yourself to write in such a case.
In such a time as this, it is not meet that every knight's offense should bear his comment.
Let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are much condemned. To sell and march your offices for gold to undeservers.
Aye. An inch in palm? You know that you are Brutus that speak this, or by the gods this speech or else you'll last.
The name of Cassius honors this corruption, and chastisement doth therefore hide his head.
Chastisement?
Remember March? The Ides of March, remember.
Aye.
Did not great Julius bleed for justice' sake? What villain touched his body that did not stab for justice? What? Shall one of us that struck the foremost man of all this world but for supporting robbers? Shall we now contaminate our fingers with base bribes and sell the mighty space of our large honors for so much trash as may be grasped thus? I'd rather be a dog and bait a moon than such a Roman.
Brutus, bait on me. I'll not endure it. You forget yourself to hedge me in. I am a soldier. I, older and experienced, able than yourself to make conditions.
Go to, Cassius, you are not.
I am.
I say you're not.
Urge me no more, I shall forget myself. Have mind upon your help. Tempt me no further.
Place like man!
Is it possible?
Hear me, for I'll speak. Must I give way and room to your rash choler? Shall I be frighted when a madman stares?
Oh, ye gods, must I endure all this?
All this? Aye, more. Fret till your proud heart break. Don't show your slaves how choleric you are. Make your bondmen tremble. Must I budge? Must I observe you? Must I stand and crouch under your testy humor? By the gods, you'll digest the venom of your spleen, though it do split you. For from this day forth, I'll use you. Yea, for my laughter, for my mirth, when you are waspish.
Does it come to this?
You say you're a better soldier? Make it appear so. Make your vaunting true, and it shall please me well. For mine own part, I should be glad to learn of noble men.
You wrong me every way. You wrong me, Brutus. I said an elder soldier. Not a better. Did I say better?
If you did, I care not.
When Caesar lived, he durst not thus have moved me.
Oh, peace, peace. You durst not so have tempted him.
I durst not.
No.
Do not presume too much upon my love. I may do that I shall be sorry for.
You have done that you shall be sorry for. There's no terror, Cassius, in your threats. For I am armed so strong in honesty that they pass by me as the idle wind, which I respect not. I did send you for certain sums of gold to pay my legions, which you denied me. For I can raise no money by vile means. By heaven, I'd rather coin my heart and drop my blood for drachmas than to wring from the hard hands of peasants their vile trash by any indirection. I did send to you for certain sums of gold to pay my legions, which you denied me. Was that done like Cassius? Should I have answered Caius Cassius so? When Marcus Brutus grows so covetous to lock such rascal counters from his friends? Be ready, gods, with all your thunderbolts! Dash him to pieces!
I denied you not.
You did.
I did not! He was but a fool that brought my answer back. Brutus has riven my heart. A friend should bear his friend's infirmities, but Brutus makes mine greater than they are.
I do not, till you practice them on me.
You love me not?
I don't like your faults.
A friendly eye shouldn't see such faults.
Flatterers would not, though they do appear as huge as high Olympus.
Well then come, Antony and young Octavius, come. Revenge yourselves alone on Cassius, for Cassius is a worthy of this world, hated by one he loves, braved by his brother, checked like a bondsman, all his faults observed, set in notebook, learned, coined by rote, to be cast into my teeth. Oh, I can read my spirit from mine eyes. There is my dagger, and here is my naked breast. Within a heart dearer than Plutus is mine, richer than gold. If that thou beest a Roman, take it forth. I that deny thee gold will give you my heart. Strike, as though this that Caesar. For I know, when thou didst hate him worse, thou lovest him better than ever thou lovest Cassius.
Sheathe your dagger. Be angry when you will, it shall have scope. Do what you will. Dishonor shall be humor. Oh, Cassius. You are yoked with a lamb that carries anger as the flint bears fire. Who much enforced shows a hasty spark, and straight is cold again.
Has Cassius lived but to be the mirth and laughter to his Brutus? When grief and blood ill-tempered vexeth him?
When I spoke that, I was ill-tempered too.
Do you confess so much? Give me a hand.
And my heart.
Brutus,
What's the matter?
have not you love enough to bear with me when that rash humor which my mother gave me makes me forgetful?
Yes, Cassius. And from henceforth, when you are over-earnest with your Brutus, he'll think your mother chides and leave you so.
I did not think you could have been so angry.
Cassius, I'm sick of many griefs.
With your philosophy, you make no use if you can place to accidental evil.
No man bears sorrow better. Portia's dead.
Portia?
She's dead.
How I escaped that killing when I crossed you. Supportable and touching lost upon what sickness?
Impatient of my absence, and grief that young Octavius with Mark Antony have made themselves so strong. For with her death that tidings came. With this, her attendants absent, she fell distracted and swallowed fire.
And died so?
Even so.
Oh, any more gods.
Speak no more. In this, I bury all unkindness, Cassius.
My heart is thirsty for that pledge. Fill, so the wine o'erswells the cup. I cannot drink too much of Brutus's love.
Jeez, maybe he smashed up the car again. He's gonna get his license taken away if he keeps that up. I'm getting nervous about him, you know, Biff?
His eyes are going.
No. I've driven with him. He sees all right. He just doesn't keep his mind on it. I drove into the city with him last week. He stops at a green light, and then it turns red, and he goes.
Well, maybe he's colorblind.
Pop. Well, he's got the finest eye for color in the business, you know that.
Go to bed.
You are not still sour on Dad, are you, Biff?
Is that right, I guess?
Smoking?
Yeah, you want one?
Yeah. I can never sleep when I smell it.
Funny, Biff, you know? Us sleeping in here again. The old beds. All the talk that went across these two beds. Our whole lives.
Yeah. A lot of dreams and plans.
About 500 women would like to know what was said in this room.
Say, you remember that, that big Betsy something? What the hell was her name? Over on Bushwick Avenue.
With the collie dog?
Yeah, that's the one. I got you in there, remember?
That was my first time, I think. Boy, that was a pig. He taught me everything I know about women. Don't forget that.
That you forget how bashful you used to be, especially with girls.
Oh, I still am.
Yeah, go on.
I just control it, that's all. You know, I think I got less bashful than you got more so. What happened, Biff? Where's the old humor? The old confidence? What's the matter?
Why does Dad mock me all the time?
He's not mocking you.
Everything I say, there's a twist of mockery on his face, you know. I can't get near him.
He just wants you to make good, that's all. You know, I've been meaning to talk to you about Dad for a long time now, Biff. Something's happening to him. He talks to himself.
Yeah, I noticed that this morning, you know, but he's always mumbled.
But not so noticeable. It got so bad, I sent him to Florida. You know something? Most of the time, he's talking to you.
What's he say about me?
I can't make it
What's
out.
he say about me?
I think the fact that you're not settled, that you're still kind of up in the air.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's one or two other things depressing him, Matt.
What do you mean?
Never mind, okay? Just don't let it bother me.
But I think if you just got started, I mean, is there a future for you out there?
I don't know. I don't know what the future is or what I'm supposed to want.
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I spent 6 or 7 years after high school, you know, trying to work myself up. Shipping clerk, salesman, you know, business of one kind or another. You know, and it's a measly manner of existence, too, to get on that subway in the hot mornings in the summer, to devote your whole life to buying or selling or keeping stock or making phone calls. To suffer 50 weeks of the year for the sake of a 2-week vacation when all you really desire is to be outdoors, you know, with your shirt off. And then there's, you know, always have to get ahead of the next fella. Still, this is how you build a future.
Oh. You really enjoy it on the farm. Are you content out there?
I've had 20 or 30 different jobs since I left home before the war, you know, and it always turns out the same, I just realized. In Nebraska, I herded the cattle. In the Dakotas, in Arizona, and now in Texas. It's, you know, it's why I come home now, I guess, because I realized it. You see this farm I work on. It's cool there now, you see, and they've got about, I don't know, 15 new colts. There's nothing more inspiring or beautiful than the sight of a mare in a new colt. In Texas, it's cool. It's spring. In Texas, it's springtime, and wherever spring comes to where I am, I suddenly get the feeling, it's like, my God, you know, I'm not getting anywhere. What the hell am I doing? Playing with horses? $28 a week? You know, I'm 34 years old. You know, I ought to be making my future. That's when I come running home. I get here. I don't know what to do with myself. I always made it a point of not wasting my life. I get here and I realize that is all that I have done, is to waste my life.
You're a poet. You know that, Biff? You know that? You're an idealist.
No! I'm mixed up. Very bad. You know, maybe, I don't know, maybe I ought to get married. What? You know, maybe I ought to get stuck into something. Maybe that's my trouble. I'm just like a little boy, you know? I'm not married, not in business, I'm like a boy. content, huh? I mean, you're a success, aren't you? Are you content?
Hell no.
Why? You're making money, aren't you?
All I can do now is wait for the merchandise manager to die. And suppose I get to be merchandise manager. He's a good friend of mine. And he just built a terrific estate on Long Island. And he lived there about 2 months, and he sold it. Now he's building another one. He can't enjoy it once it's finished. And I know that's just what I would do. I don't know what the hell I'm working for. Sometimes I sit in my apartment, all alone. And I think about the rent I'm paying. And it's crazy. But it's what I've always wanted. My own apartment, a car, and plenty of women. And still, goddammit, I'm lonely.
Listen, why don't you come out west with me?
You and me, eh?
Sure, you know, maybe we could buy a ranch, raise some cattle, use our muscles, you know? Men built like we are, we should be working out in the open.
The Loman brothers, eh?
Yeah. We would be known all over the counties.
Yeah. You know, that is what I dream about, Biff. Oh, sometimes I just want to rip off my clothes in the middle of the store and outbox that goddamn merchandise manager.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I can outbox, outrun, and outlift anybody in that store. And still, I have to take orders from those common, petty sons of bitches till I can't stand it anymore.
You know what? If you were with me, I'd be happy out there.
You see, Biff, everybody around me is so false that I'm constantly lowering my ideals.
You know, if we were together, we could stand up for one another. We'd have someone to trust.
Yeah, but if I were around you, then...
You know what the trouble is? We weren't brought up to grub for money, and I don't know how to do it.
Well, neither can I.
Then let's go.
The only thing is, what can you make out there?
Okay, look at your friend, all right? He builds an estate, right? And then he has the peace of mind to live in it.
Yeah. But when he walks into the store, the waves part in front of him. There's $52,000 a year coming through that revolving door. And I've got more in my pinky finger than he's got in his head.
Yeah, but, you know, you just said.
I gotta show some of those pompous, self-important executives over there that Hap Loman can make the grade. I want to walk into the store the way he walks in. Then I'll go with you, Biff. We'll be together yet, I swear. We'll take the two we had tonight. Now, weren't they gorgeous creatures?
Yeah. Yeah, most gorgeous I've had in years.
Mm-hmm. I get that anytime I want. Whenever I feel disgusted. The only thing is it gets like bowling or something, you know? I just keep knocking them over and it doesn't really mean anything. You still run around a lot?
No. somebody. Somebody steady. Yeah, you know, some substance.
That's what I long for.
Yeah, you? Go on, you'd never come home.
No, I would. Now, someone with character, with resistance, you know, like Mom, you know. You're gonna call me a bastard when I tell you this. That girl Charlotte I was with tonight is engaged to be married in 5 weeks.
No kidding.
Sure, the guy's in line for the vice presidency of the store. I don't know what gets into me. Now, maybe it's an overdeveloped sense of competition or something. But I went and I ruined her. And furthermore, I can't get rid of her. And that's the 3rd executive I've done that to. Isn't that a crummy characteristic? Oh, and to top it all off, I go to their weddings. like I'm not supposed to take bribes. Manufacturers offer me $100 bill now and again to throw an order their way. I mean, you know how honest I am. But it's like the girl, see? I hate myself for it. Because I don't want the girl. But I take it. I take it and I love it. What's the matter?
Let's just go to sleep.
I guess we didn't settle anything, huh?
I got one idea I think I'm gonna try.
What's that?
Do you remember Bill Oliver?
Sure. Oliver's really big now. You want to work for him again?
No. No, you see, when I quit, he said something to me. He put his arm on my shoulder and he said, Biff, if you ever need anything, you come to me.
I remember that. That sounds good.
Yeah. I think I'll go see him. You know, if I could get, I don't know, if I could get $10,000. No, even $7,000 or $8,000, I could buy a beautiful ranch.
You know, I bet he'd back you. Because he always thought highly of you, Biff. I mean, they all do. You're well-liked, Biff. That's why I say, you come back here. And we both have the apartment. And I'm telling you, Biff, any babe you want.
No, you see, with a ranch, I could do the work that I like. You know, and still be something. Just wonder though, you know what if Oliver still thinks
What?
that I stole that car in the basketballs. What?
It's almost 10 years ago. You probably forgot about that long ago. You are too sensitive. Anyway, he didn't really fire you.
Well, you know, I think he was going to. I think that's why I quit. I was never really sure, whether he knew or not. He did think the world of me, though, I was the only one he let lock up the place.
You hear that?
Doesn't he know Mom can hear that?
You hear that? Isn't that terrible? Look, don't leave again, will you? You'll find a job here. You gotta stay. I don't know what to do about him. It's getting embarrassing.
Yeah, it is embarrassing. Mom's hearing that.
Go on to bed. But talk to him in the morning.
With her in the house.
We should just go and have a good talk with him.
We'll have a talk.
Okay.
Selfish. Stupid. Son of a...
Sweet fifth. Okay?
Told me that I was right out of my head the way he described it. How? He said I'd be better dead than alive. I didn't listen to his jive. I knew all along he was all wrong, and I knew that he thought
What?
I was crazy.
Are you in there? It's Carol. I'm coming. Are you okay? I'm soaking wet. You caught me in the shower. Anybody's x-rays, if that's what you mean.
What x-rays? Who got x-rayed?
Why would anyone get x-rayed?
What do you mean the shadows?
Oh my God, you are so literal. It is such a curse to be literal. A waste of wit. All my jokes and little linings go straight down the toilet.
What is going on here?
The reference to x-rays implies only that cancer is not responsible for the discovered lump in this tragedy.
Oh my God, what tragedy?
Please, I would hardly call this a tragedy, okay?
Oh my God. How long have you been drinking?
I'm not drunk. It takes a lot more than a little red wine to ring my bell. What's the difference between sushi and pussy?
Oh, Phyllis.
Rice. One of my patients told it to me. Don't try and deconstruct it, Carol. It's a joke. A witticism. A snapper.
I'll make some coffee.
Only if you want it. I'm content to stay with my Chateau Absolute.
Phyllis, what has happened?
The same patient who told me the joke referred to his wife's vagina as a bearded clam. He has a little hostility problem towards women. His mother was a meter maid. What are you gonna do?
Oh my God. Phyllis, what is the emergency?
What emergency?
The message on my surface. Is Sam alright?
Sam's fine. I mean, you know Sam. He does 100 push-ups in the time it takes me to floss 2 teeth.
So why'd you leave that hysterical message?
I'd rather not discuss it.
You'd rather not discuss it? Oh, come on, I get this desperate, frantic message. Emergency, crisis, help. I called you 10 times.
Was that you?
It sure was.
Usually I can tell your ring. It's tremulous and tentative.
What is wrong? Where is Sam?
I don't want to tell you. discuss it.
Douglas, ow!
Can't you see I'm being evasive?
Why? Douglas?
Can we not discuss it?
I don't understand. Why'd you call me? You're being evasive. Why?
Why am I being evasive? I don't want to talk about it with you. You know what? I am sorry if I inconvenienced you, okay?
You didn't. I was at Sotheby's.
Did you and Howard have plans?
No, God, well, they was auctioning off baseball cards, and today was the last day, and Howard wanted to see them.
So you two did have plans?
Oh, no, because Howard couldn't go. Today's the day he had to drive his father out to Westchester and put him in the home.
How sad.
Oh, God, I left him a message to meet me here. Oh, I'm gonna... So, what is going on here?
Look how she probes.
Oh, stop it! You called me!
But you always probe. You're always fishing for information.
Oh my God, how is this fishing? You call me! Say it's life and death. I come rushing over here. I don't know what's going on. And your buzz is broken.
Wow! Aren't you observant? I, on the other hand, failed to notice that drop-dead gorgeous shawl from Bloomingdale's.
Wait, what did you do? Get what?
What color is that shawl? Puce?
No, this is, yellow fish.
It's puce.
Okay. It's puce.
You should never wear puce. It doesn't go with hazel eyes.
Oh my God, I don't have hazel eyes.
One of them is the one that looks off that way.
Stop it. You are being evil. Oh, bless. What is going on here? Did you and Sam have a fight?
Not exactly.
Meaning? God, this is like pulling teeth.
Your teeth are good. It was worth every penny.
Oh, stop it. Okay, so you and Sam did not have a fight?
The collagen, on the other hand.
Oh, right. You did not have a fight.
Yes, I did.
You just said not exactly.
Not exactly what?
Not exactly a fight. I just asked you if you and Sam had a fight, and you said.
I did. Sam did not.
So what did Sam do while you was fighting?
He watched me fight.
And then?
And then he ducked.
You hit him?
No, I missed him. If I hit him, he'd be dead.
Oh my God, you threw the bars at him? That's heavy.
I counted on that. You want another drink?
Oh my God, Phyllis, what has happened?
Carol. Friend Carol.
You know, I think I will have that drink.
Yeah. He left me.
He did?
Yes.
How do you know?
How do I know? How do I know he left me? Because he walked out the door with his belongings and he's getting a divorce.
Oh my God. Oh my God, my legs is weak.
Your legs are weak, huh?
What reason did he give?
He doesn't love me anymore. He doesn't like being around me, and he can't stand putting that industrial strength fire hose he keeps behind his fly inside me anymore. Those are just the vague reasons he gives. I think he's just being polite. I think he really doesn't like my cooking.
Out of left field.
Well, it was out of left field to me, but I'm not perceptive. I'm just an analyst.
And he never hinted or said anything?
You know, he never said anything. But that was probably because we never spoke.
Oh, well, Phyllis.
I mean, spoke. It wasn't just pass the salt, although that came up once in a while.
But you must have had conversations where he, indicated something.
Let me put it this way. We both spoke, but at the same time. What I mean is, there were two speakers, but no listeners.
Our failure to communicate.
Carol, you cut right to the heart of things.
Oh, well, it must have told you something.
It did.
Well, what?
I don't know. I wasn't listening. listening. I was talking. And the sex fell off? How did you know?
Oh, God, I didn't. I was just assuming.
Well, don't assume. People can stop communicating verbally and the sex can still be ferocious.
Oh. So the sex was great.
Great! It was better than great. It was non-existent.
And he never said anything other than he was leaving?
Like what?
Anything?
Oh, you know, he did. He said, I'm in love with another woman.
Did he say who?
At first I thought it was Ann Dreyfus.
Oh, Ann Dreyfus, the decorator?
Yeah, you know, she likes all the shit he likes. Boating, the woods, skiing.
No, he would never take up with her. Oh, Ann Dreyfus.
How do you know?
You mean, how do I know? I know Sam, too.
Not as well as me.
Well, no, I didn't mean that. I just meant that, you know, we've all been friends for years.
How many years?
What? 4. Almost 5. Huh. Anyway, what's the difference? I just can't see Sam taking up with Ann Dreyfus. I mean, you know, she is a whiner. She has the most annoying personality, you know, and she's got no family, if I may say so. Yeah.
I also thought it might be Nani. You know, the girl in his law office. She's a partner now. Buxom and cute, with an erotic overbite. Anyways, it's not Nani.
Well, the point is, you obviously don't know who he's going off with.
The point is, I do. Or at least, I think I figured it out.
You know, God, I am not feeling very well.
Don't tell me you're gonna barf.
You know, I can't drink. I always think I can handle it, but it just overstimulates my brain. It's the same with coffee and aspirin. Everything just overstimulates my system. I really should not introduce a foreign substance into my body.
It's a little late for that.
You know, maybe some coffee.
You know, I may have some Compazine suppositories. I'd say you're a medium or a large.
B18? Yes. Any messages? Howard? Yeah. What's on? Okay. Anything else? Oh, what number did he say he'd be at? Okay. Okay.
I found this Bergdorf bag, so if you suddenly barf, it'll be into familiar surroundings. Huh? So, who did you call?
Cool.
Yeah, the second I left the room, you dove for the instrument like you were going down on Cary Grant.
Oh, well, I'd like to check my service because, you know, Howard's had a bad day.
Can we get back to who my husband left me for?
Oh, God, you know, that is none of my business.
Sure it is.
No, God, I am so sorry it happened. I really am. But, God, my head. Oh, my head is swimming. God.
You know who it is.
Phyllis, please, I'm so sorry. Really, I should.
It's you cunt.
Oh, God, it's paranoia.
Don't give me that, Toots. He's been dipping his wick in you for longer than I probably think.
You're nuts. Get crippling yourself.
You're gonna have to come clean anyway if you want to run away with him. It's a nice little fill-up for Howard, though. First Dad in the Laughing Academy, then a Dear John letter from the little woman.
I am so turned around by this that I cannot even respond well.
Have you been having an affair with Sam?
No.
Just tell me.
No.
I just want the truth, okay?
I have not. You are such a bully.
I figured it out, harlot. You two have been phoning each other, meeting secretly, traveling together. You know, now after the fact, I can think of so many obvious things. The looks across the table, for one. What, the getting lost together in Normandy?
I will not stand here and be accused.
Oh, come on. Howard and I looked for 2 hours. Or the night that you ate dinner here and Sam went downstairs to put you in a cab? Yeah, I was sitting in bed for an hour and a half. You know, as I'm speaking, it's occurring to me, Carol, that 2 years ago, 2 fucking years ago, you and Sam were in New York for a week with Howard in LA and me at a convention in Philadelphia. It was 2 years ago. Let's go back even further than that.
It is not me.
I found his Palm Pilot. You're all over it.
Well, what do you want me to say? We're in love! You're such a bully! God, bully! Bully! We fell in love! God, nobody meant to hurt anybody! Nobody meant, this whole thing has cost us nothing but anguish and pain.
Don't forget, remorse and regret, plus an occasional orgasm.
Don't dirty it up, it's not what you think.
I knew it from the first night we met the 2 of you in the Hamptons. I said, he seems nice, a little lost but decent, but she is borderline and carnivorous.
Stop being so judgmental. God, you know from your own line of work that these things happen, people meet, the spark flares up, and it has a life on its own.
Stop romanticizing it, you little coos.
Oh, it's serious, Phyllis.
How long has this been going on? A year?
More?
2? 3 years?
Not even 3.
So 2. 2 years you 2 have been sneaking around town like dogs in heat?
We have not been sneaking around. We have an apartment.
An apartment? Where?
In the East 50s.
How big?
It's small.
What?
3 rooms.
Rent controlled?
Oh, stop being snotty. We're communicating here.
What do you need 3 rooms for? You entertain?
Oh, God, no, never. It's just a place to go, to be alone, to relax and to talk.
Why did I ever let you into my life? I always knew you'd fuck a snake if they held its head.
No, what do you want me to say? I mean, we're in love. But it was over in Sam's mind between the 2 of you before he ever said anything to me.
How did he first do it?
Do what?
When? What night?
What difference does it make?
You probed, I want answers.
Oh, it was Lou Stein's New Year's Eve party.
Oh my God, that was 2001.
That was 2002. Oh, it was 2001, you're right.
And what happened? Who groped whom first?
Well, he wasn't like that. No, he came over to me and he whispered in my ear and he said, "Can you meet me next week for lunch without mentioning anything to Phyllis?" You can imagine I was a bit surprised.
Oh, I'm sure. You probably started to lubricate.
I said, why? And he said, I need your help with something. And I said, with what? And he said, Phyllis's birthday is coming up real soon. I need your help. I want you to help me pick out a gift for her. It's got to be something real special.
And it was, folks.
Well, so the following Thursday, we met at his club for lunch, And then afterwards, I remember, God, we went on our shop, we went to Tiffany's, and we went to Bergdorf's, then we went to James Robinson, and finally, this little old antique shop on First Avenue. Oh, we found these exquisite Art Deco earrings. They were so nice. They had little rubies and diamonds.
I know the earrings. I've seen them on you.
Well, you can't imagine. I was flabbergasted because we walked out onto the street, and he handed me that box, and he said, "Here, I want you so badly."
And what did you say?
I said, "Whoa, we came here to pick out a gift for Phyllis, and if I take these, we gotta find something else for her."
Wow, thanks. You were such a doll. So I wound up with those stinking brass candlesticks, huh?
Oh, God, those cost a fortune.
Her old lady candlesticks. I mean, that's something you would buy Miss Havisham. So, let me get this straight. You never thought to say, but Phyllis is your wife and I am her friend.
I tell you why
I know why not, you cheap little tot. Because you had your predatory sights set on Sam from the first minute you met him.
That is not so.
Don't give me that shit. You took one look at Sam and started salivating and rubbing your little hands together. Because he works for a show business law firm, right? And he has muscles and he's in shape. And compared to that emasculated, goat turd of a husband you have, Sam must seem like the answer to a bovine frump's prayer.
He could not stand being married to you. Oh, that's what he said to me at lunch. He salivated over me. He initiated the whole relationship. He came to me. He sat down with tears in his little eyes and he said,
Tears?
I am not happy.
Tears formed in Sam's eyes? Was his athletics supported too tight?
No, Sam had tremendous force. Well, and actually, the first time that Howard and I met you two, gosh, I said, that man's not happy. I said that to Howard the first time we met you.
Right, yeah, I can picture it at home. You brushing your former teeth, Howard slipping into his nightgown and sleeping cap, discussing your betters, planning your little social climb.
I said, she may be a brilliant shrink in the center of every conversation with some new twist on how wonderful she is, but you know what? She's just not enough woman for that man. She's not there to bring him his coffee.
Oh my God! Can you pass me that Essex bag?
I said, he did, Sam. He had tremendous hostility. God, well, you know that now.
The thought of you and Sam discussing me over cocktails or postcoital Marlboro
Oh, God, it wasn't like that. No, we actually spoke more often than we made love.
About what? I mean, Christ! What the hell did you have to talk about with Sam? Sam is a man's man, okay? What did you have to discuss with him besides me? Shopping? Your trainer? Your nutritionist? Or did you just lay on his shoulder and giggle about the ironic shrink who could see everybody's problems but her own?
I did nothing wrong here. I mean, your husband fell out of love with you before he even met me.
Bullshit!
And, all our friends knew about it.
Our friends? I brought you in like a fool, okay? You met all of them through me. They were never your friends.
And they all knew that you and Sam were a joke as a couple.
Bullshit!
They stuck to it. Believe me, I did not seduce Sam. He played around plenty before I came on the scene.
Like hell!
Oh, God, yeah, he's up to it.
I'm not interested in your fantasies.
Well, ask Edith Moss, the state health secretary. What are you doing?
Liar! Slut! You're the all-American whore. They should put your diaphragm in the Smithsonian.
I did not turn your husband into a philanderer. Oh, my God.
Trollop, tot, prostitute.
Wait! You know what? You are such a phony pretending that marriage is so perfect. You were a laughing stock.
I loved Sam and I was a damn good wife.
We happened to fall in love, but before I came on the scene, your husband was broke and several of your high-class friends, including Madeline, who also being a shrink, was probably capable of dissecting you with far greater insight than I'm capable of.
Madeline is the kind of shrink with absolutely no insight. She uses tarot cards!
My analyst told me that I was right out of my head the way he described it. He said I'd be
Well,
You look like you've been working hard today.
Working hard doing nothing. Sitting on my tail most of the afternoon.
Oh, no business.
Too hot, no customers. What you drinking there?
It's just a little julep I fix myself every once in a while. I had this bottle of rum in my suitcase that Ricky brought me a long time ago from Cuba. I thought I'd make us a few cocktails to help celebrate your mother's anniversary.
I brought her a present.
Oh, isn't that really pretty? Did you have girls like this?
No, they did that down at the jewelry store. Who do you think I am, Michelangelo?
Where'd you get her, Kenny?
That's what I gave her. That's the receipt.
A Hamilton wristwatch? $55.80. Paid for. Oh, Kenny, it's wonderful of you to be so thoughtful.
Well, I think a lot of Mom. I guess I don't always show it. I mean, we're always scrapping. I don't know why. You know, it's crazy, isn't it, when two people who really like each other can't keep from fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. I don't know, Mom and I have been through a lot together. And I appreciate it.
Kenny, she'll be thrilled with the present.
I hope so. I hope so. Now, how about one of those drinks?
Okay. If you think Helen may mind.
What business is it of hers if I take a drink?
I just don't want her to get mad at me. I don't want her thinking that I'm a bad influence.
Yeah, no bad influences.
You liked it?
It's okay.
Well, I like my sweet drinks. I never did like those old bitter drinks and martinis. I always like these to be sweet as possible.
I guess. I'd rather have a beer. Dinner sure smells good.
I've been cooking all afternoon.
Mm.
There's a chicken in the oven, some scalloped potatoes, and an angel food cake.
Ooh. Damn, that looks good.
Please don't touch that till after dinner. Hey, please, Kenny!
Hey, okay, don't get yourself in an uproar. Lila? I suppose Mom is, told you about some of my bad habits.
What do you mean, Kenny?
Well, I haven't always paid for the things I've taken.
Things like that are none of my business.
What makes a man do things like that, Lyle? Take things that don't belong to him.
I don't know.
It's kind of childish, isn't it? Sometimes I get embarrassed as hell when I think about it.
Well, how come you told me about it, Kenny?
I just felt I could. You never criticize people? I always wanted to tell someone.
Well, now forget it. This is a party. There's nice dance music on the radio.
From the cocktail lounge at the Hotel Newburg over in KC.
Oh, let's you and me pretend we're stepping out tonight. What do you say, Kenny?
Like how?
Well, like, I'm a very socially prominent young lady from Kansas City, and my father's been trying for months to persuade me to marry a man that I don't like. My father says I've got to because his family's very wealthy too. But I'm miserably unhappy because actually, I love a poor student. That's you.
Okay, I'm a poor student.
And I just run away from a big party out at the country club and come down to the Mule Walk to meet you. And when we meet, you say, "Oh, Lila, darling, it's divine to see you again."
Lila, darling, it's divine to see you again.
And then I rush into your arms and say, "Oh, Kenneth, dearest, I missed you so terribly."
And I say, let's beat it. You got a beer.
No, you don't. You take me into your arms to dance.
My dirty coveralls?
Oh, I don't mind about things like that. Very prominent and very wealthy. But I must know it.
Okay. So I take you into my arms to dance. I'll have a big smack of you right on your kisser.
Kenny?
Well, isn't that what you do, this young student you're so nuts about?
Not in the middle of the dance floor where everybody can see.
Oh, sure. This young student, he's very impulsive. He doesn't care what people think.
Kenny.
Then he says, Lila, darling, I've got a little room in an attic where we can be alone together. How about it, Lila?
Stop it, Kenny.
Oh, come on. Aren't we playing anymore?
No, I don't think we better play anymore.
Well, why not? The game's just getting good.
Kenny?
Well, you started it, for crying out loud.
Kenny, don't. You mustn't do that.
Why not?
It isn't right.
Well, you used to kiss me when I was a baby, didn't you?
It's different.
And cuddle me in your arms? What's wrong with what we're doing now? Why not? You're not my real aunt.
No, but I am a lot older than you.
You don't look it. And you don't act it either. I mean, you don't seem any older to me than the girls I went to school with.
Don't you, Kenny?
Of course not. Except maybe you got more sense.
Kenny, I wouldn't do anything like that with you. What would Helen say?
Well, I don't live my life thinking what Mother would say.
No, but how would I feel if she found out there was something between us? I'd have to leave. You know I would.
I kind of go for you, Lila. I guess you know that, don't you?
Kenny, you're kidding.
Ever since the first night you came. The night you put me to bed.
You did know? You weren't as drunk as you were pretending?
maybe. Not quite.
Kenny.
It's been kind of hard. Living here in the same house with you, Lila. Sleeping in the room right next to you. Trying to keep myself from making love to you. Don't you like me a little, Lila? Just a little?
Kenny,
Don't you?
don't ask.
Don't you?
I haven't asked myself that. Not once. I haven't dared think of you that way.
I'm lonely, Lila.
Kenny, you're so young. You're so good looking. You could have any girl that you wanted.
I want you. I can talk with you and feel at home with you.
Kenny, you don't mean those things you're saying. You shouldn't talk like that to a woman if you don't mean it. Things like that excite a woman so much more than you know. They raise her hopes. And when you don't mean it, those hopes have to fall again. That's happened to me, Kenny. It's happened to me several times, and each time I just want to die. I pray to die. Don't tease me, Kenny.
Lila. I never talked this way to anyone in my life.
Okay. Maybe you do love me. Maybe I love you too. Maybe I've loved you from the moment I first arrived and saw you standing on the porch like your wonderful daddy. But what if we do love each other? We couldn't get married.
Why not?
Kenny, you're talking through your head.
Why am I?
Because Helen likes me, but she would never stand for it.
Don't you understand? I'm 21 years old. I can do what I like. Mom's not going to tell me who to marry. I could find us a nice little house. All our own. And if Mom didn't like it, she wouldn't have to.
Now stop it, Kenny. Stop it. You got me all confused.
I want a woman like you, Lila. I like it because you're a little older. What's wrong with a guy marrying a girl a little older than he is? It could be the best thing that ever happened to him.
Well, I don't know.
Love me, Lila. Love me.
Oh, Kenny.
Mom has to work tonight. She'll be gone. Let's you and me be together, Lila. What do you say? Please?
Kenny, I gotta keep my wits about me. This isn't right. I just know it wouldn't work. Somehow, I know it isn't right. I'm gonna forget everything that happened tonight. I'm gonna make myself forget everything you said. I know I'm right, Kenny.
Okay.
Kenny, please don't be sore.
You know, if you want to turn me down for that guy with the olive oil on his hair.
No, I'm not turning you down. Please don't feel that way. Okay. I'm just trying to do what's right.
Okay.
Please don't be mad at me, Kenny. I can't stand it if anyone's mad at me.
I'm not mad! Forget it!
Yes, you are. I can tell. Sometimes I wish I'd never been born.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel.
How's it going?
How's it going? That's all you can say to yourself. How's it going?
Well, I was thinking about how you doing or what's going on or...
What are you doing back here?
Stocking up the larder. Putting in a few supplies. Made kind of a big decision last night.
Yeah. What decision's that?
Just came on me. Gonna stay a while.
You're gonna stay?
Yep.
You mean here? You're gonna stay here in this house, Henry's house?
Yeah. I like it here.
So now you like it. It's warm.
I don't know. Feel some kind of connection here.
Connection.
Yeah. Connection.
Suppose you felt some kind of connection to the tools in the photo album too, huh? And the bottle,
Yeah, I want to give those away.
What?
You gave away to that taxi cab driver?
The taxi cab driver.
The guy who took Dad fishing?
What are you talking about?
The guy. The driver who came and picked Dad up. You know.
You found it.
Yep.
You found the taxi cab driver who took Henry fishing.
Yeah. Tracked him down through the company. Like I said I would. It's all over the place for you guys, but I guess you were celebrating or something?
You found the taxi cab driver who took Henry fishing.
That's what I said, yeah, pretty amazing, huh?
You actually went all the way out of your way to find the taxi cab driver who took Henry fishing.
What is it, Earl? Liquor or genetics that makes you so thick.
So what did he do? You talked to him?
Yeah, sure I talked to him. What does that stink?
Mundo Esteban brought it over.
Really stinks.
So, what did this taxi driver tell you? Tell you anything different than what I told you?
Now, why would he do that?
I don't know why he'd do that. Just to confuse the issue, probably. People are always making up stuff.
What issue?
The issue, the whole situation, the predicament here.
I didn't know there was a predicament here, Earl.
Well, there's not a predicament here, but he could have made it seem like there was. He could have twisted things around.
No, you just told me what happened, that's all. Simple story.
So if you matched up, right? Everything he told you was the same thing I told you, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
What I want to know is why you're giving our father's belongings away to a complete stranger. That's what I want to know. What kind of stunt's that?
I didn't think they meant anything to you.
There were photographs in there going back to the turn of the century.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
You're goddamn right that's a long time ago. Those photographs are irreplaceable. And now a total stranger's got a hold of them. An outsider.
You can always make up some kind of story about it.
What is that supposed to
You can know people with pictures of his family, his ancestors. You can make up a whole tall tale.
Why would you want to do that?
Maybe he's got no family. Maybe he needs to make one up.
If he's got no family, then he can't make one up. It's not something you make up out of thin air. You can't make that stuff up. It's too complicated.
People believe anything, Earl. You know that. With all the stuff you've told me.
What stuff?
Over the years. All the bullshit you've told me. I believed every word.
You know what? You're beginning to make me a little sick to my stomach. Ever since you've arrived here, you come in here with this atmosphere around you. This suspicion. Right off the bat. Everybody's under suspicion. You haven't got one clue about what's going on here. About what I've been through.
You just waltz in here and you start judging. You just pass judgment.
I've got a clue, Earl. A big clue. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Too much party, Earl? A little old to be hitting the sauce like that. What were you celebrating exactly? The removal of the corpse?
Just get out of here. Go someplace else. There's plenty of motels in this town. Just get out of here.
Or were you thinking maybe you got away with something?
Oh. What did this Joker tell you? This taxi cab driver. He told you something, did he?
What do you tell me, Earl?
Put some idea in your head?
I got my own ideas. I don't need any new ones.
That guy was an idiot. A total idiot.
Oh, so you met him. You were here the same time he was.
I didn't meet him. Henry told me about it. I mean Esteban. Esteban told me he was an idiot. He told me the guy was a total jerk.
Okay. Which was it, a jerk or an idiot?
You're trying to turn this into something that it wasn't.
What was it, Earl? What exactly was it?
You just can't! Just get here! Oh my God! Oh! My legs! Oh. Can't feel my legs.
Get off the table, Earl. What do you think this is, a flop house or something? A drunk tank?
Something's happened to my legs.
Get off the table, Earl.
Oh! No reason to be here, Red.
Yeah, not us two. Not you, not me, not Esteban. That's the truth of it, isn't it? We're all just hanging around now that the old man's dead.
Something's happened to my legs, Ray. I don't know what it is.
Get up off the floor. Get up off the floor, Earl. You're a full-grown man.
I think we should call somebody.
Get up off the floor, Earl. Oh! You know what I think? I think it's time to straighten up in here, don't you? You know? Get a little order. I mean, if I'm gonna be living here, I'd like to have a little order. Scrub the floors, maybe? The windows? Brighten the place up a bit? How about it, Earl? What do you think? Huh? You got a buffer in? Mop? Go mop? Some rags. There must be some rags around, right? Okay. Now, here's what we're gonna do, Earl. This is my house now. So I want it clean, that's only natural, right? I want it spotless. I want it so you can eat right off the floor. So you can see the sun bounce off every little nook and cranny. Now I want you to take that rag, Earl. Take that rag. Put it in your hand. Now come over here. Get it wet, Earl. Come on. Get it wet now. Come on. Get it wet now. Now wring it out. Wring it out. Now I want you to scrub this floor. Scrub every inch of this floor till it shines like new money, Earl. That's what I want you to do. I want you to do that for me right now. That really stinks. Is it supposed to smell like that? Smells like something dead.
I'm really serious about my legs, Ray.
Just keep scrubbing, Earl! You may have to disinfect this whole house. You may have to tear the walls down and rebuild the whole son of a bitch just to get that stink out of here. What is that stink? Can't you smell that? What smells like that? Maybe it's you, Earl. Is it you that smells like that? Huh? Is that what a man smells like, Earl? You smell rotten to me, Earl.
Look, I'm not feeling so good.
Keep scrubbing! territory to cover there. Just keep your nose to the grindstone there, Earl. There's lots of square footage. You remember how Mom used to work at it, don't you?
Oh.
Yeah. You remember how she used to scrub? Day in and day out. Scrub, scrub, scrub.
I don't remember.
You remember. You remember. How she used to get everything spit shiny, wing. Everything perfect. The floors, the curtains, the tablecloth starched, all the glasses shiny.
No.
You remember. Potatoes steaming on the plates, carrots. Everything perfect. Everything waiting. Perfect and waiting, just like some kind of picture. You remember all that, don't you, Earl?
No.
You remember. You remember. You know, I used to think she was going through all that work for us, so, you know, you and me. I used to think she was going through all this work, all this preparation for us, and then one day, I don't know why, it just suddenly hit me. I just suddenly saw it wasn't for us at all. It was for him. It was for Henry. Everything. All those hours and hours, slaving away, it was all for him. Do you remember that, Earl?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember any of that. You must have been alone. I must have been out someplace.
And then, here he come, busting in the door. Do you remember? Huh? What the hell is everyone waiting on me for? What are you waiting on? The food's hot. Sit down and eat the food. Jesus H. Christ, you think this is some kind of goddamn formal dinner here or something? You're hungry, aren't you? Sit down and eat. And then everybody scrambled at the table while he'd stomp the shit off his boots and throw his coat on the floor. Do you remember that? Do you remember how we'd all just sit there staring down to our napkins while he'd go on ranting and raving about the lack of rain or the price of citrus or the cost of feeding useless sons? Do you remember that, or do you remember any of that?
No, I don't. I don't remember any of that. I must have been out.
You were there, Earl. You were there the whole time. I remember your breath, Earl. The sound of your breath chopping away. I remember thinking you must be just as scared as me to be breathing like that, just as full of terror. But then I thought, no, that's not possible. He's bigger than me. He's my big brother. How could he be scared? And when she started screaming, I thought Earl's going to stand up for her. Earl's going to take the weight. Earl's going to stop her somehow.
I was never there.
I knew, see? I knew. I didn't have a chance against him. I barely came up to his waist. All I could do was watch. There she was. On the floor, Earl. Just like you are now when he was kicking her. He was kicking her just like this, and every time he kicked her, his rage grew a little bit, his face changed. His eyes closed down, blood rushed into his neck, and her blood was flying all over the kitchen, Earl. Do you remember that, Earl? Do you remember that, Earl? That wasn't me that was doing that. That wasn't me. That was him. Still, I kept thinking, sooner or later, Earl's gonna step in. Earl's gonna stop him. Earl's gonna do something. Just then, I looked out the kitchen window, and I saw your car, your little white Chevy, kicking up dust the whole length of the hayfield, and that's the last time I saw you, Earl. That's the last time I saw you for a long, long while.
I never ran. I never ran.
I must speak with you, Abigail. Will you sit?
How do you come?
Friendly.
I don't like the woods at night. Pray you, come closer. I a good time sooner.
I'd got to come many times.
Why didn't you? I'm so alone in the world now.
Are you? I've heard that people ride 100 miles to see your face these days.
Ah, my face. Can you see my face?
You're troubled then?
Have you come to mock me?
No, no. But I hear only that you go to the tavern every night. You play shuffleboard with the deputy governor. And they give you cider.
Well, I haven't once or twice played shuffleboard, but I'm not doing it.
This is a surprise, Abby. I thought to find you gayer than this. I'm told a troop of boys go step for step with you wherever you walk these days.
They do, but I have only good looks from the boys.
And you like that not?
I cannot bear good looks no more, John. My spirit has changed entirely. I ought to be given godly looks when I suffer for them as I do.
Oh, how do you suffer?
Why? Look at my leg! I'm holes all over from the damn needles and pins. And the jab your wife gave me is still not healed yet, you know?
What isn't?
I think she sometimes pricks it open again while I'm asleep.
Ah.
George Jacobs, he comes again and again and rubs me with his stick. Same spot every night all this week. Look at the lump I have.
Abby, George Jacobs is in the jail. All this month.
Well, thank God he is! And blessed the day he hangs and lets me sleep in peace again. John, the world's full of hypocrites. I'm told they pray in jail. I'm told they all pray in jail.
May they not pray?
And torture me while I'm asleep when sacred words are coming from their mouths? Oh, you would need a God himself to cleanse this town properly.
Abby, you mean to cry out still others?
If I live, if I'm not murdered, I surely will, until the last hypocrite is dead.
Then there is no good?
Aye, there's one. You are good.
Am I? How am I good?
Why? You taught me goodness. Therefore, you are good. Oh, you are a fire you woke me through. And all my ignorance was burned away. You are a fire, John. We lay fire. And from that night, no woman dare call me wicked anymore. But I knew my answer. I used to weep for my sins when wind lifted my skirt and blush for shame because some old Rebecca called me loose. And then you burned my ignorance away. But spare some December tree, I saw them all, like walking like saints to church, running to feed the sick, and hypocrites in their hearts. And God gave me strength to call them liars. And God made men to listen to me. And by God, I'll scrub the world clean for the love of him. Oh, John, I'll make you such a wife when the world is white again. You may be amazed to see me every night, every day. I'd like to have him in your house. Why are you so cold?
My wife goes on trial in the morning, Abby.
Your wife?
Surely you know it.
I do remember it now. Is she well?
As well as maybe 36 days in that place.
I thought you came friendly.
She will not be condemned, Abby.
You brought me from my bed to speak of her?
I come to tell you, Abby, what I will do in the court tomorrow. I will not take you by surprise. I'll give you all good time to think on what to do to save yourself.
Save myself?
If you do not free my wife, I am set and bound to ruin you, Abby.
How? Ruin me?
I have rocky proof in documents that you knew that puppet were none of my wives. And that you yourself
Fade Mary Warren, stab that needle into it.
I did, Mary Warren.
You know what you do. You're not so blind.
Oh, hypocrite! Have you warned him too? Oh, John, why do you let them send you?
I warned you, Abby.
No, they sent you. They steal your honesty.
I have found my honesty.
No! This is your wife bleeding. Your envious, sniveling wife. And this is Rebecca's voice. This is Mother Corey's voice. You are no hypocrite.
I will prove you for the fraud you are.
And what if they ask you why Abigail would ever do so murderous a deed? What will you tell them?
I will tell them why.
What will you tell? Will you confess to fornication in the court?
You will have it so. So I will tell it. Now say, I will. If you can still hear this. Can you hear? You will tell the court that you are blind as spirits, that you cannot see them anymore. And you will never cry witchery again. Or I will make you famous for the whore that you are.
Never in this world, John! I know you, John. You at this moment singing secret hallelujahs that your wife will hang.
You mad! You murderous bitch!
Oh, how hard it is when pretense falls. But it falls. It falls. You have done your duty by her. I hope it is your last hypocrisy. I pray you will come a sweeter news from me again. I know you, John, now that your duty is done. Good night, John. Fear not. I will save you tomorrow. From yourself, I will save you.
There's no escape. I can't fade. I need a hit. Baby, give me it. You're dangerous. I'm loving it.
I think they're in that room on the outer wing. There's a light on. Do you see them? No. Oh, wait a minute. One of them just came to the window. You're never gonna believe this. What? One of them is standing at the window with a pair of binoculars. Excuse me. I kid you not.
Which one is it, the cute one or the other one?
I didn't know there was a cute one.
But when I mean move his car in the parking lot.
He seemed very shallow to me.
How can you tell that from a 10-minute conversation in a parking lot?
He had a shallow walk.
I don't know, I thought he had a cute ass.
Cheryl, his ass is beside the point. That little twerp deliberately parked his car just to block us in. Don't let him see you.
Why would he do that?
To have an excuse to talk to us, dummy. He's looking this way! Duck!
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Get down here, he'll see you!
Oh, this is definitely the cute one. The other one had different hair.
Oh, I wish you'd get down here. I feel ridiculous.
Yeah, you look ridiculous.
If you're going to stand there making a perfect target, I'm going to stand up too.
It's okay, I think they're gone.
Thank goodness. Oh, I've got grime all over my knees.
Oh, you better not stand in the light. Maybe next time they'll come back with a telescope.
Ha-ha.
Hey, can you hand me my cold cream? It's in that bag right there.
Christ, Sharon, look at all this junk you've got in here.
Avon lady. Here.
Thank you.
Moisturizer, clarifying lotion, tanning gel, pore minimizing fluid. What the hell is this?
That's very important. It makes your big pores look small and your small pores look like they're not even there.
If it's blocking up your pores, how do they breathe?
Well, they don't, I guess.
Then doesn't all that gunk start to back up?
I guess.
Then you break out again, right?
Well, there's another one for that. It's made by the same company. It opens the pores back up so you can see them again.
Which brings us back to where we started.
You're right.
Ball skates so style.
I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? And I love what you do. Don't you know that you're toxic? It's getting late to give you up. I took a sip from my devil's cup. Slowly, it's getting over me.
Where's my bracelet? Where's my bracelet?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, the taste! I let you wear it yesterday. You were the last one to see it.
Give it back.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
When?
Last night when we were unpacking.
You better not have lost that bracelet.
Ronnie.
If you have, I'll murder you. Gerry Potts gave me that bracelet. It's very special.
Well, it must be around here somewhere.
It's not. I've looked everywhere. It's gone.
Have you looked in your makeup bag?
Yes, I looked in my makeup bag. I am not a total moron. Thank you very much.
Ronnie, why are you being so hostile?
I'm not being hostile. I just want that bracelet you stole.
Oh. If you didn't want to go out tonight, you could have just said something.
Yeah, sure. I could have said, excuse me, but I really think both of you guys are total creeps. They couldn't have even heard me. You were panting too loud for normal conversation.
I see. We should have just stayed inside all night and watched the light bulb burn out.
How you could just stand there pretending to believe that crap about the movies was enough to turn my stomach.
Come on, Ronnie. It was fun. I mean, didn't you think it was fun letting those two kids think they could impress us into going out to dinner?
But we are going out to dinner.
So?
So who's so smart?
When he started talking about Paul Newman, it was all I could do to keep a straight face. Oh, and when he did that scream, could you have just died?
Great logic. So, he can throw a spastic fit on a public beach. That must make him a great date. What does he have to do to father your children? Dribble down the side of his chin?
I think you are getting a little carried away here. It's just a dinner date.
Terrific. And, oh, who do I get? The bodyguard?
I think he's cute too.
Great. Remind me to go down on him under the table.
I don't know how you can be so cynical. Don't you ever just want to have a good time?
A quickie on Cape Cod with a couple of jerky strangers is not my idea of a good time.
Who said anything about a quickie?
Don't tell me the thought hadn't occurred to you.
Ronnie, they're kids.
Don't tell me the thought hadn't occurred to them.
Well, of course it hasn't. It's the only idea their little brains are capable of holding at one time. That's the fun part.
Fun part?
Leading them by their noses?
Or anything else that's straight and sticks out?
Sure.
You know, we're not still in junior high, even though you act like it.
Yeah? Well, you're not the principal.
Even though you still talk like him. You make me sound like I am a complete prude.
You are.
I've slept with men. 2, 3.
Fine. 2.5.
Gerry Potts out of this. He has suffered enough.
I didn't say anything.
Besides, it doesn't matter who I slept with, okay? It's not something you keep a scorecard in.
Of course not.
Even though you think it is.
I do not.
I don't know how you could do this to David. You're practically engaged.
Oh, now it's David?
You know what I think? I think this is just some crude attempt to score points on him in some dumb little game he's made up. I'd ask myself what I was after if I were you.
David wants me to feel middle-aged. David wants me to be the mother of 3 in a station wagon on my way to the PTA. Forget that.
Try your real age.
Oh, okay. Well, what's that? How are you supposed to act when you're 25? Doesn't mean you can have fun, but not too much. Or you can still have it, just don't let it show.
Being a kid and acting immature are not the same thing.
You know what you are? What? You're a conscientious objector. I think when the trumpet sounded for the sexual revolution, you just up and ran in the opposite direction.
Maybe I just refuse to be drafted.
Well, you can relax. The revolution's over. This is just a nothing-up operation.
Yeah, well, I hate it. Okay? I hate being so free that I'm compelled to do something I never asked for the freedom to do in the first place. I never asked for it, so thank you very much. You know what? And something that somebody as pretty as you could have always done anyway. Well, where does that leave me if I don't want to? Huh? Where does that leave me?
Ronnie! You were really getting very worked up over a lousy dinner date. Couple of shrimp and a lousy clam roll.
Where's my bracelet?
Ronnie, talk to me.
If I'm going to have zits all over my face from seafood, I at least want to wear something shiny. Maybe it will distract them.
Are you really mad at me?
I thought I came to the beach to be with you. I thought you wanted to get away from guys for one weekend. Oh, so we could talk. You know, maybe get some sun, talk things out. This isn't fair, Cheryl.
I'm sorry, Ronnie. Look. We'll have a couple of drinks. We'll eat and then we'll come home together. Alone, okay?
Do you mean it?
Yes. Would you really mean it? I promise.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my God. Cheryl, they're here. It's epileptic and it's